Welcome back. Well, in part two of the debate, Ashutosh said, and we have a few minutes left. By the way, Siddharth and Kiran Bedi, we are coming to you. Ashutosh said, I am glad that you were not there, in pre-independence India, or that television channels like Times Now were not there. Otherwise, you would have considered the methods of some of our freedom leaders, to be illegal and unconstitutional. To him today, just for his clarification, I quoted what B.R. Ambedkar said about using unconstitutional methods when constitutional methods are available. And he said that that is the grammar of anarchy. Now, Siddharth wanted to say something. After that, Ashutosh will respond. Siddharth, go ahead.
Well, what I'm finding strange is today hearing from Ashutosh, maybe it's the political color which has come on him, but this kind of arrogance, I'm sorry, my friend Ashutosh, I've never seen coming from you. And that surprises. Today, I have always felt that you were always ready to hold what is right, call a spade. But unfortunately, there has been your law minister on a number of occasions. He has tried to violate, you can say, the law or laid out procedure. For example, judges being invited, then, there has been an indictment on his, and then we see Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, supporting him, coming out in open. All this is happening, and then you're leading this march today where yesterday Arvind Kejriwal tweets, I don't need, only my ministers and maximum my MLAs will sit on dharna. I don't want people to come because 26 January is coming. Yeah. And today again he takes a U-turn. How many U-turns you are going to allow a person after becoming the chief minister? And I can keep quoting on them. Where is this Aam Aadmi party which is playing in the hands of Congress leading, and what type of governance you wish to have in India?
All right, now one second.
And what about the property and the corruption fight that you wanted to take it forward?
Well, I don't know. Ashutosh is responding. Yes, Ashutosh, and also if you wish to, on what I said. And we're opening up for calls as well.
It's nice to hear from you quoting Ambedkar. Ambedkar also wanted the reservation should not continue after 10 years. So, you are Siddharth Singh is giving me servants on the probity.
No, 1 second.
He want to have Yadurappa. And he is giving me servants on the probity and simplicity. You know what is happening in this country? Unfortunately or fortunately, when the status quo is challenged head on, the whole establishment is shaken.
Status quo.
Realized that the days are
status
numbered.
Quo because of Somnath Bharti.
The days are numbered.
So when a minister is challenged, it's time to challenge the status quo.
New politics is coming.
This is not a fight for the people. This is a fight for your minister.
To listen these people.
This is a fight for your minister, Ashutosh.
Ashutosh.
I am asking you one question. Can your minister be wrong? No. Can your minister be wrong? Can your minister be wrong? Or can your minister do no wrong?
My minister was indicted. We asked him to resign.
Arnab, did you realize today?
What you are talking about property?
BJP,
please understand, on indictment of my chief minister, I made him resign. We lost the government.
And all of
your minister is indicted and you don't want to take any action.
Establishment.
This is the double standard we are talking about.
Privileged.
Aam Aadmi.
They are privileged.
No, you see how. 1 second.
Status quo is challenged.
No, 1 second. I want to understand. I want to understand. No, 1 second.
If it was a common man with 144th section
1 second.
made in Delhi.
Ashutosh, 1 second.
If 144 was applicable in Delhi, do you think
Siddharth, 1 second.
You as a khas aadmi would have been sitting there?
Siddharth, 1 second. You see, status quo. If you want to challenge the status quo, there are ways of doing it. Then Mr. Yogendra Yadav and all the Aam Aadmi Party leaders should go to Haryana, where you are politically very active, and say, we will fight all the Khap Panchayats. That's challenging the status quo. But when you say that because our minister, without proof, allowed women to be physically assaulted, racially stereotyped, laws to be broken, we will go on a dharna to defend him, and you say that's defending the status quo, then I am afraid physical abuse of women, breaking up of the law in the absence of evidence only on a surmise, is not challenging the status quo. It is a group of politicians defending themselves. That was what Ashutosh was not expected of the Aam Aadmi Party. It would not be a group of politicians who would only back each other. You know, that's very self-serving. That's what you used to criticize the Congress and the BJP and everyone else for, that politics is not a cozy club, that one politician backs the other. And what we are seeing today, Ashutosh, with respect, is the spectacle of a chief minister who has gone absolutely ballistic because people have questioned his law minister, who is moving from one blunder against the other. I have already mentioned to you the women's complaints against members of the Aam Aadmi Party who have abused them physically, which you will not listen to. In addition, a Delhi court has ordered the filing of an FIR against Somnath Bharti and others for the incident on Wednesday night. Even the court has taken cognizance, I will tell 15 more seconds of what you've said. It has ordered the filing of a case against the law minister. An FIR has been filed by the Delhi police against unknown persons on the basis of complaints of the Ugandan women. These women were allegedly physically abused by the Aam Aadmi Party people on the basis of their mere suspicion. If you call that an awakening of the people, the justification of such wanton acts of recklessness against a group of women, followed by gender and racial stereotyping, then I think people will ask you questions, Ashutosh. That this is not, you see, this is vigilante justice. This is not some awakening. Why did you awaken only when came to the case of Somnath Bharti? Can Somnath Bharti do no wrong? I mean, what is so special about him, please? He can do no wrong. Anyone who questions him, it becomes a case of national honor. So Somnath Bharti on one side, the whole nation on the other.
I just want to say something very briefly. I want to say something very briefly.
Actually, Ashutosh wants to respond.
Today, you are factually incorrect. No, then Arnab, today you are factually incorrect about the Somnath Bharti. The court did not take Somnath Bharti's name that FIR should be registered against him. Please correct yourself.
Ashutosh.
Secondly, I want Times Now
Ashutosh.
to send its team to Khilki Extension to talk to the local residents over there.
Ashutosh.
You are not showing those.
Ashutosh, the whole world is not about Somnath Bharti, for God's sake.
Because
you want to back Somnath Bharti, but on the, you want to create a constitutional crisis. I mean, there has to be the second question I have for you, Ashutosh. Ashutosh, the second question I have for you.
No, Arnab, you have to answer my question. Did you send your television team to Khilki Extension to talk to the local residents?
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. So
did you send?
Yes, they have. So what do you want me to do? Yes, we have sent. Now tell me.
Did you send?
Yes, I have.
Send your camera
yes, I have.
To the Khilki Extension. Did they talk to the local residents?
Mr. Ashutosh.
Did they talk to the local
Ashutosh,
residents?
I have only one.
Did you air those views?
Ashutosh, yes, we have aired. We have sent those views. Now I will ask you a question. We have, by the way, and I'll ask you a question.
What are they saying?
No, 1 second. My question for you is very simple.
All your questions today.
Can you spell out?
Ashutosh,
can you spell out
Ashutosh, I will read out for you. Today, see, Ashutosh, there is also the question. You see, please understand. The question is, second question is of proportion. You see, because people or the media are questioning a minister who I have called a blundering minister. A blundering minister, people question him. Because of that, you want to create a constitutional crisis? Kiran Bedi, one sec. Kiran Bedi and Ashutosh, 2 minutes. Because you want to protect one minister, you want to create a constitutional crisis? I mean, because your minister feels aggrieved in one constituency, you want to create a constitutional crisis ahead of Republic Day? I mean, where is your sense of proportion? That's all. Kiran Bedi, the question is, please, no, Ashutosh, be reasonable. Because Somnath Bharti's question, Arvind Kejriwal wants to launch a constitutional crisis. I mean,
reasonable, Arnab.
I don't understand.
I want you to be reasonable, Arnab. I want you to be reasonable. I want Times Now to tell their viewers what is the reaction of the local residents. What did they say? What they think about the Somnath Bharti's case?
Ashutosh, because a group of local residents feel...
Please show me.
No, Ashutosh, because your group of local residents, in the absence of any evidence or proof, feel that your MLA is right, does not mean you can create a constitutional crisis for 1.3 billion people, for God's sake.
Do you realize?
This is a large country. This is not a country that can be run like that. What are you doing?
Let me tell you.
No, what is this? You will take your people today. You will stop the Republic Day parade.
I am raising a larger question.
I am also raising a larger question with you. I am raising a larger question with you, Ashutosh. I am asking you today, because your minister has been questioned, you'll create a constitutional crisis. So what will this
Arnab,
country become? From one
Arnab, will
constitutional
you allow me
crisis
to
to the
speak?
other? We'll move from
Will
one
you allow me to
constitutional
speak?
crisis to the other?
Will you allow me to speak?
Of course, but you answer that question, Ashutosh.
Will you allow me to speak?
Oh yes, Ashutosh, please do.
Will you allow me to speak?